Hey everyone, in this video, we're going to be taking a look at how to install an electric door lock actuator. This is a great way to add an extra layer of security to your home, and it's actually a pretty easy process. I'll walk you through everything you need to do, from start to finish. So, if you're interested in learning how to install an electric door lock actuator, be sure to check out this video. Before diving into the installation process, let's take a moment to understand the key components involved. Electric door lock actuator: This is the heart of the system, responsible for converting electrical signals into mechanical movement to lock and unlock the door. Door lock cylinder: this houses the tumblers that interact with your key to allow authorized access. Door lock linkage: this connects the actuator to the locking mechanism within the door, translating the actuator's movement into actual locking and unlocking. Wiring harness: this provides the electrical connection between the actuator, the car's electrical system, and any additional components, like a remote control or keyless entry system. Understanding these components and their roles will make the installation process much smoother. The first step is to access the inner workings of your door. This involves carefully removing the door panel. Consult your car's manual or online resources for specific instructions on how to do this for your particular vehicle. Remember to disconnect any electrical components attached to the panel before completely removing it. Once the door panel is removed, you'll need to disconnect the existing mechanical lock mechanism. This usually involves removing a few screws or clips that hold the lock cylinder and linkage in place. Be sure to note how everything is connected, as you'll need to reassemble it later with the new actuator. Now comes the exciting part: installing the electric door lock actuator. Align the actuator with the existing lock mechanism and secure it using the provided mounting hardware. Ensure the actuator's arm is properly connected to the door lock linkage, allowing it to control the locking and unlocking function. Next, it's time to connect the actuator to the car's electrical system. This involves carefully following the wiring instructions provided with your specific actuator kit. Typically, you'll need to connect the actuator to a power source, a ground, and the appropriate wires for locking and unlocking signals. Double-check your connections to ensure everything is wired correctly. Before putting everything back together, it's crucial to test the system. Use the key fob or any other control mechanism to activate the lock and unlock functions. Verify that the actuator operates smoothly and engages the locking mechanism correctly. If everything checks out, you can now reassemble the door panel. Make sure all the clips and screws are securely fastened, and reconnect any electrical components you disconnected earlier. Congratulations! You've successfully installed an electric door lock actuator, adding a touch of convenience and security to your vehicle. Now you can enjoy the ease of locking and unlocking your doors with the push of a button. What it does: an electric door lock actuator is a device that replaces the manual locking mechanism in your car door. It uses an electric motor to lock and unlock the door, which can be controlled by a remote key fob or a button on the dashboard. This can be a convenient and secure upgrade for your car, especially if you have an older model that doesn't have power locks. Steps for installation: installing an electric door lock actuator is a relatively straightforward process, but it does require some basic mechanical skills and tools. Here are the general steps involved. Gather your tools and materials. You will need a variety of tools, including a screwdriver, drill, wire cutters, and pliers. You will also need the electric door lock actuator kit, which should include the actuator itself, wiring harness, mounting brackets, and any other necessary hardware. Remove the door panel. The first step is to remove the door panel to access the inner workings of the door. This usually involves removing a few screws and then carefully prying the panel off. Disconnect the manual lock mechanism. Once the door panel is removed, you will need to disconnect the manual lock mechanism. This usually involves removing a few clips or screws and then pulling the mechanism out of the door. Install the electric door lock actuator. Mount the electric door lock actuator in the same location as the manual lock mechanism. Use the provided mounting brackets and hardware to secure it in place. Connect the wiring harness. Connect the wiring harness from the electric door lock actuator to the car's electrical system. This usually involves involves connecting a few wires to the existing door lock wires. Test the system. Once the wiring is connected, test the system to make sure the electric door lock actuator is working properly. You should be able to lock and unlock the door using the remote key fob or the button on the dashboard. Reinstall the door panel. Once you are satisfied that the system is working properly, reinstall the door panel. Additional tips before you begin the installation. It is a good idea to consult the owner's manual for your car. This will provide you with specific instructions on how to remove the door panel and disconnect the manual lock mechanism. If you are not comfortable working on your car yourself, you can always take it to a professional mechanic to have the electric door lock actuator installed. There are a variety of different electric door lock actuator kits available, so be sure to choose one that is compatible with your car model. Conclusion: installing an electric door lock actuator is a great way to add convenience and security to your car. By following these steps, you can install the system yourself and enjoy the benefits of power locks.